Good evening and welcome everyone to the official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5 here for round 4 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from the infamous Laguna Seca. This broadcast brought to you again tonight here, for the first time tonight by Matchfit Entertainment, streamed through at Matchfit's YouTube channel. Or as always, our sponsors are Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, and True to Life Racing, obviously Crossy 43. We're here, J-Man and myself. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Doesn't seem like that long ago, mate. I was sitting beside you here and getting ready to make another fine call here tonight in the sunny skies of Monterey, California, Laguna Seca. So sticking on this part of the continent over there in the States.
Yes.
As per last week at Coda, and come across the plains and over here to California for this one. Looking forward to this one. Bit of a fan of Laguna. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea or forte, mate, but I'm certainly one of the fanboys of this track. I've always had a bit of a soft spot. And yourself, Davo?
Oh, absolutely. Look, there you go. I'm probably totally the opposite. Not the biggest fan. Look, I'll say it's like the tracks that I don't like are the ones that I think I'm doing okay on, but my times are just crap. They just tell a totally different story. So this is one of those tracks where I sort of enjoy driving it, but my times, never really show how much I'm liking it. So, interesting track. A lot of elevation change. Look, there's hardly a straight bit of road on the whole circuit, J-Man, and this will be a toughie for overtaking, so track position is critical. I would expect to see some mistakes. There's not a lot of tarmac runoff here either. So, like, if you get off track, you're out in the sand. A lot of sand around here at Laguna Seca. But, all the same, it is round 4. We both of us are looking forward to calling to call it again for Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing. Rainlight's putting on an awesome show here for 2024, mate. So, really proud to be a part of it. As the boys, I think they are in driver brief, J-Man. So, does that give us a chance to maybe look at some points?
Yeah, absolutely. We will touch base and see where things all stack up here after 4 rounds.
After 3 rounds.
3 rounds and heading into the 4th. So, g'day, Mr. Phil Antoon, aka Curly. I see you there. Welcome aboard. Not sure whether you're on track with us tonight, but that's Maverick. Sorry. I was just looking at the names on the list. Chris Cooley, another super successful night in round 3. Still at the top end of town there with 215 points over Chaplin Chan, who also had a very, very good night at Coda. Brandon Webley in 3rd. Not such a good night last week, but however, he's still in the mix there in the podium. Phil Antoon there also with bit of an interesting night there, and then Will Dixon with a great night in 5th position outright.
Yes, definitely.
In that 997 Porsche, followed by Gaz Eddy, Steve Crossan, Matty T, Matt Dayton, and Tennis Venter. So, very, very good battles. Another notable mention out of that round last week was certainly Steve Crossland. In that Porsche, we saw him late in the piece getting a wriggle on and getting that thing going. Also, Matt Dayton in that Honda out there that was actually doing a great job, and we've seen in official practice he's got that thing fired up again tonight.
Yeah, look, a couple of other standouts. Look, Tennis Venter was another standout actually towards the end of that race last week at Kota. J-Man not joining us tonight by the looks of that leaderboard there, J-Man. But, Yeah, there was some moving and shaking towards the end of that, and like you mentioned, Mr. Antoon, or AKA Maverick, just a little bit out of sorts there. Look, back in the pack a little bit last week. So yeah, a little bit of a different race for him. Well, Curly, as always, lightning fast. So
Yeah, so
J-Man,
some notable things to watch out for as you look at that graphic there. Obviously, Cooley, Chan, Webley, top end of town for the pro class, but that pro am class, Firthy, Costas, Mikolos, and T-Fam there. When I just look at that, 58 points for the top spot in the pro am class, plays 52 for the podium for third. And I tell you what, the position's not there that much further after with Jacob Wadsworth and then Louis van der Venter, not that far out of that thing. So, and then also, if you look at the overall graphic as well, 26th to 28th, that is Mark Turbot, Adrian Kramer, and Alex Zandberg. And they are separated by 3 points for the podium on there. Not to mention Wayne Rogers, who's back in the server tonight there, some 10 points down on that top spot in the AM class. But these are all things to factor when you look at that graphic, and we will try and touch on that throughout the night. Also, I'll probably pull up the points graphic on my screen to try and keep the viewers updated about who's going where. Because as the season builds, so does their championship, and we'd like to keep you informed with that information. But
look, absolutely, J-Man, and look, it's relevant even in the qualifying session that's about to start, isn't it? Because and particularly on a track like Laguna Seca, because where these guys can place themselves is critical to their points, haul tonight. So as we've seen already in the first 3 rounds, so some guys definitely punching above their weight in a couple of the quali sessions in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and plenty of drivers looking at that list too, also have matched for entertainment, covering off the broadcasting duties here tonight, and obviously doing multiple duties throughout their week at the moment. Just looking at some of these guys and girls here that are getting multiple options for seat time. Obviously, different disciplines and different class racing, but I think any time in the seat in a sim rig's got to be good for your racing. So I'm conscious about some of the names I'm looking at on the list here to know that they are certainly getting plenty of mileage in.
Absolutely, J-Man.
So what do we got, Davo? We've got around about 10 seconds before we see this 3-part qualifying session get underway. Obviously, AM class goes out first, followed by Pro-Am, followed by Pros. Now, the last 2 weeks, I do recall that all 3 classes have had the luxury of an optimum track when it comes to their qualifying sessions. So I'll just have a look and see what we've actually got here to see if we've got anything different this week. Look, I tell you, once again, 12 p.m. Optimum track there for the AMs, 17 degrees and 23 degree track temp. So pretty good. Actually, you could say borderline perfect conditions out there to go and set a hot lap.
For sure, J-Man, as the boys, well, the ladies and gentlemen, get out on track for qualifying here, J-Man, for round 4 at Laguna Seca in Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5, brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, and let's just throw a little, shout out to Crossy 43 and maybe Matchfit Entertainment as well, as we join the guys and girls out on track. J-Man, I think it might be, is it Wayne Rogers maybe first out on track here?
Yeah, the 113 Ferrari, Wayne Rogers, is the car that will cross the control line first for his first official flyer. So obviously on an outlap at this current second, but nonetheless we'll be out there, and kind of started getting the feeling that certainly the pros are going to take a little bit more time to see, maybe via watching the live stream as well, seeing what some of these pro-ams are doing, because a couple of weeks in a row now we've seen a couple of these pro-ams really punch a good number to put as I mentioned last week, cat amongst the pigeons as far as the quality times.
Oh, absolutely, J-Man. So we see Rogers about halfway around this track. Like I mentioned earlier, there's hardly a straight middle road at this place. So, yeah, very technical circuit with some, sort of fairly extreme elevation changes. Obviously, the famous corkscrew, one to mention, as we see Rogers head on up the hill towards the said corkscrew. A crazy blind braking area into this. Look, there's nothing really like it other than, I suppose, the Dipper at Bathurst. I think J-Man's the closest thing to it, but the Dipper at Bathurst is very, very tight and very little runoff, where at least they got a little bit of space here to work with in case it gets a bit loose. Rogers down into the final corner, so this will be the first indicative time for qualifying tonight here at round 4 at Laguna Seca. And across the line for a 24-0 J-Man. Now, pre-race practice, we did see some pretty hot times out there, so these guys have got a little bit of work to do to get down. And
into that 21-second bracket we saw.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't expect that from these guys, but like you just mentioned earlier, just trying to get that, just punch a little bit above your weight, get above the next class, and potentially just put yourself between some of your other competitors, or get some other cars in there, which will make a big difference. 10 minutes, so it's a half an hour qualifying, 10 minutes for each class. 6 minutes left to go for the AM class, J-Man.
Yeah, and you did mention at the top end of this broadcast as we came into this qualifying session, Davo, about the importance of qualifying, and I can tell you, as per mentioned, Mark Turbot is currently leading the Pro-Am class over Adrian Kramer, over Alex Zandberg, right? That would make up your podium after round 3. Now, if you look at your graphic up there, the only name that I just mentioned actually out on that field is Adrian Kramer. So no Mark Turbot tonight that I can see, unless class has been changed, but I can't see that. So, so big gains to be had here by Adrian Kramer should he have a successful night, and also Alex Zandberg. Is he in here? No, he's not.